I mean, it's a 3-beat measure, so there's a sensation of dancing, of swing to it, but at the same time, it sounds morbid. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc. I'm a music composer for games, and today we're gonna listen to another Dark Souls 3 song, and this is one that has been requested forever, and now we're finally getting to it. It's Dancer of the Boreal Valley. I'm excited. Let's go. I fully expect this to be in 3-beat measure. Interesting, there's female voices. Oh, there's clashing notes. They're like doing this kind of thing, using intentionally clashing notes. So it feels eerie. Wow, this is more chill than I expected. Still terrifying though. And there's also a solo violin, it seems. Man, this is intriguing. There's no bass to it. I assume that whole thing we just heard was first phase. That's so unusual, man. I feel like with the first phase, they were trying to create some sort of magical, mystical image for this boss. I've never seen this boss. I've never played Dark Souls 3. But I wouldn't be surprised if the appearance of this boss, or maybe just the general atmosphere of this boss fight, was something mystical and mysterious. Because the music sounds like that. There's no harmony. There's no bass. It's only the female voices and this solo violin. The solo violin feels like a character. It feels like a voice, an individual voice crying out. I've said this many times in this channel. Solo instruments are great for representing individuals, for representing people and personalities, unique personalities, because there's so much nuance in the performance. And these elements, the female voices, the clashing notes, right, the eerie kinds of haunting notes are like floating in the air. They're not sustained by a bass. They're not sustained by harmony, and the empty space left in the song, because there's so much stuff missing, creates a sensation of mystery. It creates a sensation that there's something being omitted from us, something hidden. So there's this sort of mysticism to it. And at first they just keep doing this note. Even the notes themselves are mysterious because they are so limited. The melodies that the female voices are doing and the solo violin are doing are so restricted. It's like they're holding back and omitting something. They're not going like all the way across the keyboard doing like these rich melodies. And at times they're just doing this one note. That is so intriguing, man. What does that mean? Like, doing a melody that is just one note, sometimes doing just this, changing one note. I don't know what that means. So far, man, this track is completely different from what I expected. I was trying, remember, at the beginning of the video, I was trying to be a smart ass and saying, I'm smart. I'm a game composer. I know things. This track is about a dancer, so it's going to be in triple beat meter, right? So far, it's nothing like I expected. And also, I forgot to say, this emptiness also creates a sensation of loneliness, right? It's like this dancer is alone there in this void. And the solo violin sounds so tender at times. Okay, now second phase. Now the melody. Now we're getting the full melody. Oh, and this. Man, this is crazy. The melody now has been unveiled to us. They're doing the full melody and it sounds so tragic. There's a loneliness to it in the violin melody. I really feel like the violin melody probably represents whoever this is, this dancer. And also, I just noticed that, hey, I was right. Turns out I am a game composer and I do know things, because this second phase is actually triple beat meter. I mean, when you talk about dancing, especially in orchestral music, in classical music, that is often synonymous with triple beat meter, because the dance music from old times, from the times of classical music and Baroque music and Romantic music, they were like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like waltzes, right? But this, it's a very slow, sluggish, kind of morbid 3. I mean, it's a 3-beat measure, so there's a sensation of dancing, of swing to it, but at the same time, it sounds morbid. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? And also, and then they do this. Just the choir. And look how they are insisting on this note. They're just holding this. There's a contrast between the triple beat meter, which emphasizes movement and dance, and this stillness in the bass. And it's funny that, you know, these soul songs are often known for like these loud, intense orchestras. Here, notice how there's no brass. Brass is the instrument section in the orchestra that is the loudest and the most powerful, the most resonant. Here, it seems like they chose not to use brass. Instead, I feel like the instrument that is doing this bass is actually a bassoon, which is a woodwind instrument. So there's choir, there's strings, and there's woodwinds. This smaller orchestra without the resonant, very like in-your-face power of the brass makes it sound a little bit more tender, a little bit more intimate and small, a little bit more delicate. Man, but I'm really impressed by this. This was not at all what I expected, man. There's something happening in the harmony. I feel like I just noticed something as well. I feel like there's some element of Middle Eastern music here. At first it was difficult to tell because there was so little to go by in terms of harmony. But now it seems like they're doing something like this. Which is a kind of Andalusian, kind of Spanish slash Middle Eastern kind of chord sequence. Maybe the first thing that came to my mind was like something like belly dance, because you know the song is called Dancer of the Boreal Valley, and now they're doing these kind of Middle Eastern sequences. Let me hear this again. Oh, it's actually more Andalusian, more Middle Eastern than I thought. Amazing. Now I'm wondering if the appearance of this dancer is actually Middle Eastern inspired. Oh man, that was so cool. I love this one. You guys know that this channel is all about sharing the music from the games that we love with each other. So thank you so much guys for sharing the suggestion of this thing with me. And if you want to share further the music from the Souls games that we all love, I have a playlist over here with a bunch of songs from all sorts of Souls games, and over here I even have videos on the music of Elden Ring and the Elden Ring DLC. So check these out, and remember, whenever you're ready to spread your wings and go on a music journey again, I'll see you there.